posing invitational questions. The third norm in the pattern of inquiry that includes pausing and paraphrasing helps form the building blocks of inquiry in psychologically safe environments and are foundational in communicating to others that their ideas, perspectives, and experiences are valued, respected, and vital to the overall success of the group. By adding the tool of posing invitational questions to our conversation toolbox, which already includes pausing and paraphrasing, we are even better equipped to answer the following questions. What are some specific ways we might demonstrate respect for the perspectives and contributions of others? Or, what are some behaviors or conversational patterns we might exhibit to communicate we value the ideas and experiences of those with whom we interact? Since our brains are hardwired to detect threat in communication with others, and any question asked creates psychological distance, how we inquire is just as important as the topic of inquiry. To keep others open and thinking in a psychologically safe environment, we should pay attention to several important features or elements in our communication. The first feature in our communication pattern is to give full attention to those with whom we are speaking. The nonverbal signals of good listening communicate our genuine interest in the conversation and the perspective of others. The second feature is the use of an approachable voice. A tonal pattern in our questions and comments indicating an intention to invite and explore thinking in a way that is not interpreted as an interrogation or a challenge to the thoughts provided. In addition to the first two elements of invitational questions, there are two important synactical choices which invite colleagues to think with us and increase options for consideration. The first, the use of plural forms, expands the potential range of responses, reducing the threat or pressure associated with the need for surety in those responses by simply making plural the subject of the inquiry. For example, by changing observation to observations or option to options, participants in a conversation set aside the pressure caused by the need to immediately sort ideas for the one right response. The second synactical choice is the use of exploratory or tentative phrases in statements, paraphrases, and questions. When we include words like some, might, possible, seems, or hunches, the potential range of responses expands and reduces the threat or need of confidence in those responses. A fifth element of questions that invite thinking is the use of open-ended, non-dichotomous questions. By simply avoiding questions that can be answered with yes or no, both conversations and thinking remain open for continued considerations. The sixth and final element of questions that invite thinking and promote psychological safety is to include positive presuppositions which indicate a positive assumption of the capacity or intentions of those involved in the conversation. Consider the following questions that could possibly be part of a conversation between an administrator and a teacher following a classroom observation. Why is Johnny struggling in your class? Compared to, what are some ways that we might help Johnny be successful in your class? In combination, the use of nonverbal and verbal elements help create conversations which safely encourage or even invite thinking and collaboration.